What is up, guys? It's your boy Sane. We are here today with Satisfactory. Um, I'm going to try something new for you guys, and this could be something that's going to be a lot of work for me, but I'd love to do it. And I'm going to start a actual series, and this will be the first time I've ever done this on this channel, at least solo. I attempted it back in the day with Mr. J Rock on Minecraft. It was good for a little while, then we just kind of stopped. But I've been playing this game again a lot lately, and I've loved it. But I wanted to start fresh so I can take you guys along with me for the journey. So I'm not a pro at this game by all means, but I do have some experience. So I'm not completely clueless. But I chose to start out here in the Rocky Desert. I don't know why, but I just love the aura out here. It's like one of my favorite places to be. So here, right now I'm just gathering up a little bit of leaves so I can start getting basic stuff put down. And I'm not going to make you sit through all this stuff. Like if I'm just gathering leaves and stuff like that, which I know I will be doing later, I will be cutting that stuff out. But I'm going to keep majority of the gameplay in for you guys. That way you don't miss much at all. But alright, we're good for now. Let's go find our starting spot. Which I want to say it's going to be that way. Yep. I don't have any long-term goals yet for this, nor do I have goals for this episode, to be honest. But as we go, I will figure out what I want to do, depending how long it takes to do things and stuff like that. So we're going to make our way over here so we can collect our first source of iron. I'm going to turn Ada up for you guys. I always keep her turned down. I gotta figure out where she is real quick. Sorry, guys. Go back towards the top here. There. At least now you guys can hear Ada.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fixit production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use.
Okay, if you guys are new to this game and you come across these things are called hatchers. As soon as you stand up, they'll detect you, but if you crouch up to them, you can kill them without being detected. What they do is, when you get detected, they'll shoot out flies.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. It is unclear where on the flora or fauna spectrum it lies, but initial data suggests this might be a nest or an egg. Preserve the remains for later study.
Alright, so we found this first set of nodes. We got 3 of them. I'm actually going to use this one first. Just get this mined up. We'll get that at least taken care of. Build the hub, which I think I'm just going to put over here for now, just to get it built. And I know there's a few things I want to watch or unlock first. And our rocket is officially landed. So let's go through here. Let's see. I'd rather get logistics done first. But we're going to have to get some materials. So I'm just going to jump right into getting stuff automated, just so I can not have to worry as much. If you hold control while you're placing something, it'll auto lock to whatever is next to it. Like that. Go constructor here. Yeah, let's set this up to be plates. Set that one up to be ingots. Okay. I will get this all powered up in a second. Things are going to look terrible for a little bit at first, I promise, but I will clean it up once I start unlocking logistics and foundation and stuff like that. All right, let's get this one picked up real quick. All right. That. Do that. Do that. The difference is I gotta change the recipe here to rods. Okay. And then we'll put this here. Power all this up. Connect this to this pole. I just need to see how much power we're going to produce, or we're going to need. So we only need one biomass burner right here. I'm missing the wire. We're going to have to handcraft that, which I don't have any copper. If I remember correctly, there's some right over there. Yep, right here. I was a little off. Alright, this will be our node that we use anyway, so we can clear it out. It's just save from anything spawning back in on it. Place the miner down. I didn't realize there was one right here too. That's okay. Let's run over here. Get these ingots up and running. This is the only problem with doing stuff from the beginning. It's very tedious with handcrafting, but that's okay. We'll craft as we need, not just everything at one time, because it's pointless. Make a few extra of these just so I have them. Okay. So let's get a biomass burner set down here for now. We'll make a pole for it. So that way if I need more, when I do need more, I can just connect them in. And then we're going to take all that grass and the leaves that we made, or that we picked up, and turn them into actual biomass, because it runs more efficiently. Alright, get our wood. There we go. So now all we gotta do is heal them up. And now we're creating 60 megawatts of power. And we only need a maximum of 26. But that'll kickstart all this. The only thing that we're missing now is something to hold it all. Okay, so we're missing 4 rods. So all we have to do is wait for this to produce a little bit, and then we can connect this stuff up and be good. Need one more. There we go. Now copy that. Why that's not lining up properly. There we go. Connect that. Okay, so now we have rods and plates being produced without having to handcraft everything, which is nice. Alright, so now we're going to go focus on getting wire.
potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it does not mean it won't eat you. Store this potential resource for later use.
I mean, I'll try my best not to talk while Ada's talking, because I know a lot of people like Ada. I've heard it before, but I will respect for the people who haven't. Or even if you haven't, you still like hearing it, I will just try my best to be quiet. You may catch me every now and again just skipping through stuff, and that'll be completely accidental, because that'll be what I'm used to. I'm just gonna try to fly through this stuff real quick, just so I can get it done. The constructor, unfortunately, there's a rock in the way. Is that gonna work? It will. Turn that into wire. Place power. And connect this. Actually, I'm gonna put this pole here. Cement's down there, or limestone is down there. Bring this over here. And I promise you guys, this stuff will probably be cleaned up today, depending on how fast I can get stuff done. I'm usually pretty quick at the beginning stuff here. I'd like to start doing research by the end of this episode. It may not be much, and I definitely want to go out, explore a little bit. I'm gonna have to get some leaves and stuff too, so I'll cut that part out. It's just kind of stupid to watch me go collect leaves and wood. I'm gonna get, yeah, it's right there. I'm gonna get this up and running real quick. I'll try to do all building on camera too. I have a tendency, like even back in the Minecraft days, if I'm recording, I build off camera, and then when I start recording again, everything's like, whoa, that's different. There's a lot of limestone on that one little spot. Okay. Nice thing about limestone is you only need plates. Hold on. You only need a constructor. You don't have to smelt it. And I know we're going to have to upgrade our power system eventually, because that's only going to do so much. Alright, there we go. Might as well try to... I'm going to need cable. I'm going to make more cable, but quick before we go back over there. I'm almost out of wire, too. Dang. It's the problem with these beginning parts. You run out of materials so fast. Let's just grab what we have. Now we'll be able to let that stuff sit for a little bit. And I don't think I'm going to do a face cam for this game, just because it's kind of nice just to look at, and I don't want my big old head ruining any scenery. I need one more cable. That's fun. There we go. Alright, constructor, go. We should have enough for everything else here. That power, make this say concrete. I know once we unlock more later, we're gonna have to overclock this just a little bit, and then we can get double the production. There's everything that we need for now up and running. Alright, well, I'm gonna let this stuff cook for a little bit. I'm gonna go out, get leaves and wood. I'll catch you guys back when I'm done, alright? I was just out collecting leaves and stuff like that, as you can see. And I came across this. This is a Mercer sphere. These come in handy later when you unlock the research table. But I didn't want you guys to miss out on the ADA lines.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal and will require study to determine local application, store it for later use.
All right, well, there was that line. I'm going to continue doing my thing. I will catch you guys in a second. Okay, well, I'm just about done exploring. I got all my stuff made already. But I came across a crash site. I wanted to record it for you guys so you can see what this is like. Usually they're guarded by some kind of enemy. The harder the enemy, the better the loot is on the outside. These guys are easy to deal with. Usually. Well, there's 3 of them, though. They like to run away sometimes. Anytime you kill an enemy in the game, you want to collect the remains, because they come in handy later.
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
Kind of just like what I told you. But the nice thing is, every crash site always has outside loot, whether you can produce it or not. So I got rotors, some bars, some cable, some plates, screws, reinforced plates. And usually you open the drop pod and it has a requirement. It'll always either say it here or you'll have a little thing here. Luckily, it requires rotors, which we just picked up. So all we gotta do is pull this handle, then we can collect this.
Damaged hard drive successfully acquired. All pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for future analysis, which may result in benefits to the Fix-It mission. Speculation as to why there are crashed freighters in your Fix-It designated zone is discouraged as specified in your contract.
So the nice thing I like about they added this in the newest update. You can disassemble everything to do with crash sites. So, and it's just free resources. We get wire rods and plates. Take that. We get 2 rotors, copper sheets, which we don't have unlocked yet. But it's nice. And then, especially once you get rid of it, you don't have to be like, oh, did I hit that one already? You won't. Back in the day, you couldn't tell unless you physically walked up to it. Now, it's just gone. So you won't even think about it. But we're going to go build up a storage, put all this biomass into it. Might be able to complete this milestone and another one that I want to do. But we're going to see in a second. Just going to put this right next to the hub for now. I'm going to hit H so I can lock it in place. And it's a little crooked. Once we get some foundation laid, we can fix everything up here. Let's see. Actually have enough of these on me. So I'll get rid of everything I have on me. That'll save our storage, because we're going to need that. Let's take half. Put that in here. Alright, now we just need 263 wire or 69 wire, something like that. I'm going to take all that because we're not even that far off. And this will give us our first milestone completion right here. We can watch him go off.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fix It encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
Okay, so that's the first milestone completed. I'd like to get base building started next because I'd like to get things down on a foundation so everything can be lined up properly here. I can't put anything in yet. I don't know what I'm thinking. At least go see if we have all the resources. The concrete's the only one I'm worried about. And I know we just unlocked the splitters and stuff like that, but I usually don't do anything with those until I can get proper foundations laid down, just because it makes it, one, cleaner, looks nice, and for me, it's just how my brain likes to do it. So, I'm gonna run over here. How much do we got? We have just enough. There we go. Head back up to the hub. And noise you're hearing is that thing up there, the summer sloop. They're really good after you get research done. They can double the production on any of your constructors. You put that in, it'll give you double the output. If I can get to that sooner than later, I'd like to do it for concrete because that's something you will realize you fly through, especially after you get the milestone we're working on done. But in the meantime, we can change our color. I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to go like a nice darker gray with green, I think. I'll just copy this, paste it here so they at least match. And then we can, actually, let's swap this. Copy this up to here. And then we'll take this gray and make it a secondary. And then we'll take this, put this here. There we go. I like how they added newer helmets too. Kind of like that. I still like that one the best, but it doesn't go with the colors I got, so we'll use that one. There we go. I just gotta wait another 49 seconds, and then we can complete that milestone. But all that milestone did was give us conveyor lifts, splitters, and mergers, which I use a lot. So let me just set these up as hotkeys real quick. To do that, you just hover over what you want, push the number that you want to go to. And I'm pretty sure page, I don't remember which button cycles. You have like 10 different hotbars. Unfortunately, I don't remember which button it is to do it. I'll have to figure that out so I can tell you guys. But our guy is back. He landed. And now we can just go right to work. Boom. And then we'll select the next one that we want.
Milestone reached. Several new structures are
But
now available.
see, this
for
unlocked
improving factory
all this stuff,
organization. Foundations
which
provide a
comes in
building
helpful.
grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure.
We're going to
In
do
the event
research
that
field
you are
next.
experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
I'm sorry. I told you I wouldn't talk through Ada's lines, but I honestly forgot already. Alright, so we can make 300 screws. We're just going to do that real quick by hand. And we should have enough plates. The wire we might be a little close on, but we'll see. go check let's check these first. 55, 55. Okay, so we're gonna need a little bit more. Let's just take what we have. That should be enough to fill them both. Okay. That's pretty close. Alright, let's go get wire. We do not have anywhere near enough yet. Which is fine. But actually we do. With the stuff that we had in inventory, we are good. So that means I'll be able to show you how this research table, or the MAM, works. While we wait for resources to regen a little bit.
Milestone reached. Supply the molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency in alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
Okay. So, we obviously do not have enough wire to make this. How much do we have in there? We should have enough. I'll show you how this works while we wait for resources to build a little bit. So I can start working on getting things put on some kind of foundation and grid. I'm going to probably start with the hub, because I want that like centrally located. But we'll just slap this here for now. Okay, so what this is, you have all these categories here, and based off stuff you collect when you're out exploring, you can unlock certain things. But yeah, so these are the enemy skins. So all you do is click on what you want to research. It gives me this. This is the requirement. Let's start research. And Ada will talk every single time you unlock something.
The remains researched belong to an organism now dubbed the fluffy-tailed hog. It has many characteristics that would likely classify it among the Suidae family were it native to Earth. Hog remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration. The remains researched belong to a plant-like organism hosting the larva of the flying crab, the most mature of which hatch when threatened. Hatcher remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration. The remains researched belong to an organism that tends to nest near objects emitting specific types of resonance. Spitters are called as such due to their ability to create and spit plasma across long distances. Spitter remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration.
Okay, so yeah, you get the point there. You unlock something, she'll give you what you're unlocking or what that item is. Just a forewarning for you guys, I will come across these eventually. Anybody with arachnophobia, just beware. These are like little spider creatures. I'm just warning you now. Mercer spheres.
Mercer sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of massage 2, AB, B, in the local Mercer sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. Mercer spheres can also transmit data between specific
Witness our scripture, witness our windows. Have you come to defile our shrine? Sing us all.
Arguing the existence of intelligent alien life. While Fixit has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable.
Okay. We don't have any of those.
This fruit, dubbed the barrel nut after its distinctive color, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
All right.
This mushroom, dubbed bacon agaric due to its uncanny resemblance to raw bacon, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Okay, we don't have much else we can do after this one for now.
This semi-slug, now dubbed power slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location.
Okay. And then there's one more tab here. And I can go find these eventually. I know what they all are, but there's a hard drive tab. So those hard drives you collect from the crash sites, you scan them. You gotta wait 10 minutes for every single one. What they'll do is they'll give you different recipes that will go right here for what you're making. And the more stuff you have unlocked, the more options there are. So be careful with what you pick, because if you keep them all stored here, they will not reuse the same recipes, and so they'll make the options slimmer as you get more. Unless there's like 100% recipes you want, don't just grab them. But I'm gonna go grab some concrete so we can start layering some stuff down. I'm not gonna be able to do much. I'll probably just get the hub stuff done right now. Let everything kind of build back up. And then I can go out exploring. And every time I come across something you guys haven't seen, I will pull up the ADA line so you can hear that. And I'll do my thing. So let me just grab... Do I have plates? I only got 26. We're going to need a little bit more. Let's grab that, grab that. We're going to clear this out, and clear this out. That doesn't matter. It will keep going. See? But I can leave it here just in case. Alright, so I'm thinking we got to pick somewhere higher so we don't clip anything. So you're going to see we can put this literally anywhere. If you hold control when using it, it'll snap to the world grid. So that way, anytime you place down foundation, as long as you hold control, if it's not connecting to one already snapped, you will always be on the same grid for everything that you do. But I'm going to switch to this. We're going to get a little baseline right here. Just big enough so we can fit our hub up here. I'd like to put it that way, so we're going to go out one more. Hold H so we can line it up so it's a little bit better. Let's see. Right on the edge. And keep going. So about what? 2 spots. It's about 2 spots there. And then we're just going to bring it all the way back. Just like that. So then it's centered. There. There we go. Then what I want to do is it's just me pre-planning things. I'm just gonna use a low wall for now. And then we can place our MAM up here. Have that right against the wall. Stand on the wall so we're not in the way here. If you press Control, you can nudge a little shorter. I'm just gonna go there. And I also like to keep these kind of things all in the same area, because you will use a lot of these together. Let's push that over so it's lined up with that. I'm actually gonna, whoops, I'm actually gonna do that with the MAM as well, so at least they're all uniform. Unless I already did that. No, I did not. Let's go here. Rotate it. Hold H. We're on that. And nudge it over one. Boom. And when it goes yellow, it just means there's a chance for clipping. Like this. But we're going to be okay because there's nothing touching there. I'm just doing this for now just so I don't waste all my resources on it. And the last thing I like to put here will always be a crafting bench, which I placed perfectly. Yeah, because this gives us, there'll be special things you can make in your workshops that you can't make on a crafting bench. This is all for recipes and stuff like that. Like we can turn these into proteins just from our research. So I'm actually going to do that. We can make power shards now out of our blue power slugs. I just don't have any more. But yeah, now what I can do is I can connect all this into this same grid. And that's what I'm going to try to do as I expand. So I'll foundation out to this iron area. And now that we have splitters and stuff like that, I can make one node, make plates and rods, so I can save another one. I'm hoping for a specific recipe out of this, for something we're not producing just yet. But we will see. I can actually get started on this now. How much concrete do we have? Yep, we should have enough. Let's start deleting. Leave our plate one alone for now because it's not in our way. Just do this. Do this. Sometimes the miners do not like the place when you have foundation on top. See, this one actually surprisingly will. So I'm going to take it. We're still missing concrete. I can always fix that later. Okay, surprisingly, that actually worked. But yeah, see, now we're at least connected into here. I'm going to get more concrete real quick so I can try to get this iron stuff done real quick. And I'll show you how the splitters work while we're doing it. 93 should be enough for now. Starting this game off fresh after you know what you can do in this game is always such a slow process. Okay, so we're back up here now. Just not going to connect it all the way down because I want some separation. I can actually get rid of both of those. Nope, need that one there. Okay, so this might be enough room. I'll go one more out just to be safe. Okay. So, all we gotta do is take note here. We're pushing out 60 iron per minute, right? I'm gonna actually put these on here. I will pull everything as I go. So our belts only hold 60 per minute, so we don't have to worry too much about that right now. But one smelter holds 30. We can take 30 iron. Let's do that. If you ever see this, don't worry. No miner snaps perfectly on the grid. So as long as this is relatively close, you can still connect it. So I'm just going to go right here. You see how it won't work because it's too close. What you want to do is pick a distance, start there. And then you use your first splitter or whatever you're using. That will start your grid. So now what we can do, I'm going to put a smelter on this side. One up, I think will work. Yep. There. So switch this to iron. Yeah, see, it takes 30 iron ore to make 30 iron ingots. Now I'm going to put a pole in the middle. Connect both of these. And I'll connect that. And then what leaves us one more connection for the next step. So we're trying to make plates and rods. So I know plates is 30 ingots in to make 20 plates. And this, for the rods, it'll be 15 to make, I want to say 15. Let me check. I don't know how many it makes, but I know it takes 15 in. Yeah, so it's 15 in to make 15 per minute. Okay, our research is done, so we will get to that in a second. What I'm going to do, place our first constructor right in line here. And the other one, need more concrete. The other one will come right next to it. Go here, iron rods. Yeah, see, 15, 15. So what we're going to have to do is split this between these two constructors. It's a very simple job. I'm just going to do it like this. I'm going to make this straight because I prefer the straight look. Connect that. Connect that. And we're going to put power down. Right on the edge. Connect it like that. Okay. And just so at least our constructors are in the same general vicinity, I'm going to come right here with it. I'm going to feed this one over. So then I can get rid of that for now. This one is going to be set to plates because we only need 30 in to make 20. And then we'll connect. I'm actually going to make a separate pole for this one so we can connect into our power. I'm going to go right next to it. Connect that to here. So that should all be connected. We'll connect this one here. And then all we have to do now is put a spot where we want the storage to be. So for me, I will just go here. I try to center them on the foundation as much as I can, which I think is like right there. And then we're going to bring it all the way up. Just like that. I keep falling off. You're going to line it up like that. Hit H. We actually got that centered right off the bat. And what I'll do is I'll make this a path, but I can't right now. I'm actually going to get rid of that. Get rid of that. So I can at least make this look halfway decent here. We'll just have that. We are out of plates. Let's actually grab some. I have a better idea for that. That's our biomass. Let's grab some plates. We can go grab concrete while we're at it. you ever want to quick check what's in something, just hit F to pull out your disassembly tool, and it'll tell you. So we got 90 concrete sitting in this one bin, 91 now. But it will also show you the resources included. So 10 plates and 10 rods is what it costs to make one of those. So just keep that in mind. Notice how these are all red too, because they, one, aren't connected to power just yet. But what we're going to do, make it so we can at least walk in here. We'll go up 1. And then we'll go up 1. Hit this. Oh, did I do that wrong? I did that completely wrong. Oops. So up 1. Then we're going to use straight, which means I can walk underneath it at least. And then for this other one, we need to merge these. So we're going to pull out a merger. We want green arrow facing the way we're going to be going. Use that, put a belt in there, belt to that. And honestly, I can just have this, do that. So now all we have to do is take this, I'm gonna feed the pole over here. Because I know in the future I'm gonna want it like this. I know it's hanging off the edge as of right now, but that's okay. We can fix that later. Let's connect that back up. Connect that to here. And then we can bring this straight across. We're missing wire. I might have enough copper to make some. I do not. I'm gonna go grab some. Check this out while we're here. I try to keep biomass on me at all times, just for this reason specifically. Let's go grab our wire. Yeah, and the way I did this iron, I'm going to try to do for everything over here. Whether it be just a path, but I want to keep all of it on the same level, too, if I can. So now we're just going to bring this straight across. I know this is completely unnecessary, but that. And then we're going to bring this up so it's in line with this one. And then we'll just use this one to connect in. So we're at our max threshold, but the nice thing is now we can delete all this. Oh. That one's still red. I don't know why. Never selected a recipe. That would make sense, wouldn't it? So yeah, by the time everything gets here, we should have plates coming in here, rods coming in right here. I'll stand up here so we can see them both. There's our rods, so that worked perfectly. There's our plates. So we're up and running with at least the basic iron. Let's check to see if this hard drive gave us what I wanted it to. So you'll get this message, and it did.
Hard drive analysis completed. Alternative recipe selection available in the MAM.
This is the recipe I was looking for. This is one of the best recipes you could have. This one's not bad either, which kind of aggravates me, but you can produce screws with just iron ingots. So I'm going to take that, because instead of having to go through the whole process of making rods, then making them into that, you're saving yourself at least a couple machines. I can get this up and running, not efficiently right now, but I mean, I could get it up and running. It just won't be fully efficient. But The screws are very, very viable for everything you do in this game. So what I'm actually going to do here. See, now we might run into the issue here with the miner. Yeah, see, we can't reach it. What we can do is pop a hole. We might have to lower it, actually. So what I'm going to do, if you're using a specific foundation, try to use that one only, because then you can really ruin what you had planned doing it any other way. Yeah, so we'll just use that. See if at least now we know it's going to be an even fix. Do that. So now the miner shouldn't have any issues. Yep, didn't think so. I'm actually going to put it this way. And I'm just going to do this inefficient, just so I can at least get it going. So let me just do a few more of these. We'll bring the smelter here. Don't go too close. Okay, we'll go iron. And then what I want to check, I'm going to drop this down real quick. How many? Takes 12 per minute to make 50. So we can do 2 constructors worth, which I am going to do. So I'll get the first constructor directly next to the smelter in line. It's usually how I like to do it. Just like that. Set this one next to it. Put this to screws. Put that one to screws. We're going to have to do a splitter, which we're going to have to manually do. Let me make sure this is facing the right way. Yep, like that. So it's just the straight. Combine it in here. Combine that here. Combine that here. Now we just gotta power everything. We'll just put one here. Power the miner, power that. We'll do one here. Power that, power that. And then all we have to do now, connect that in. It might be a little close. Yeah, we're just over. So what we're gonna have to do is hurry up, try to build one more of these. I'm pushing buttons I shouldn't be pushing. Build another pole, connect it. I'll drop in everything we have here. That should have fixed our issue. So now we're at 90, so we won't blow our fuse at all. And then now all we have to do is feed these screws up here. Or honestly, I can keep it down here. But I'm out of concrete. I'm gonna go grab a little bit more concrete. And then eventually we'll get this optimized. It's going to be hard until we can overclock and stuff like that, but which I think I can actually do the research for now, but I'm not going to just yet. Delete that so I'm not wasting resources. I'll just bring that out to there. Line this up directly next to it. Let's see, that's perfect. Yep. And all we have to do now, have that come to here. Have this come down. Oh, we gotta merge it first. Make sure it lines up. Connect that here. Connect that here. Now the only issue I can see is we're putting out 100 per minute between these two, and our belts can only handle 60. So we're just gonna have to deal with it for now. There's screws, rods, and plates all done. And I'm happy with that for today. So guys, if you enjoyed this first episode of the Satisfactory series, please leave a like. Give me a comment if there's something specific, a challenge that you want me to try to do while I'm playing this. As of right now, I'm just kind of enjoying the game. We're not far enough in to have any proper challenges. I know next episode I already have some stuff planned. I want to get copper, the wire onto a grid, and get cable production started with it. And then I want to get the concrete also on foundation. And then I want to get a proper power grid started, probably like right in here, that I can then now I don't have to worry too much about it. But before we do anything like that, I'm gonna have to unlock this one, which is nice because I literally just said I wanted to start doing this. So this is gonna work out perfectly for next tier, for next episode. I'll do it now so I at least know what I'm doing next time. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment anything that you want to comment about. If you want to see more, please let me know. That's something I need to know. If you guys are going to think you're going to enjoy this, please tell me, because I'm going to enjoy it. I love this game. I can play this game for hours on end every single day. Yeah. Until next time, guys. Peace.